Hello and welcome to the season finale of Sports and Such. I'm your host, Kevin Turner, joining you live from Arlington, the home of Corby Davidson. Season 1 comes to an end and it's a little bittersweet for us. We've laughed, we've cried, we've felt all the emojis. But more than anything, we're coming back for Season 2 and we want you to come with us. But in order to do that, we have to do our part and give you a cliffhanger.
Hold on, I got you. You're good. You're not gonna die.
And now to get us going in our top stories, the Cowboys beat the Vikings! Can you believe it? And to celebrate, here's media mogul Sean P. Diddy Puffy Combs' daddy. I guess the P doesn't stand for Phelps. Even though they lost to the Cowboys, it wasn't a weekend of total defeat for the Vikings and quarterback Kirk Cousins, as he won the award for NFL's whitest guy. Transitioning to Mavs news, the Mavericks had a nice draft night, adding 3 young players, while also trading Seth Curry to the 76ers in return for Josh Richardson. And after improving the team, it did feel like a lot of Mavs fans were being kind of greedy, like a little disappointed, like the Mavs should have done more. Look, guys, we can't all be this couple.
One for you and one for me.
I love it.
Oh, actually, that was supposed to be for me.
I love it.
I like red.
I don't understand who they're marketing to. 2 vehicles for Christmas? Nobody does that. It's not relatable, GMC. Gordon Hayward opted out of his deal with the Celtics, and then he signed a 4-year, $120 million deal with the Charlotte Hornets. You know, you'd think with that amount of money, it would make a man happy. But unfortunately, I don't think Gordon will ever be happy until he finally has a son.
Ready? Yeah. Whoa, it's a girl. Whoa.
You want a girl?
Brittany, you were right.
Is Daddy happy?
Daddy's always happy.
Daddy's always happy. The Mavs are trying to add a 3rd star to the roster this offseason. You know, I haven't seen someone try so hard to add a 3rd star to their lineup since Chris and Liam Hemsworth tried to force that 3rd Hemsworth brother on us. In Instagram news, Kim Kardashian congratulated Tristan Thompson on his deal with the Celtics with an emoji-filled Instagram story. The 2-year, $19 million deal makes Thompson almost as rich as his own 2-year-old daughter. As we know, the holidays are fast approaching, and joining us on the Kia Sorrento satellite cam is our holiday gift correspondent, Jesse Cubanet. Hello, Jesse.
Hey, happy holidays, KT.
Hey, you look great, man. Is that a new haircut?
No, I actually haven't gotten a haircut since March. I've just been kind of ripping it out myself to relieve all the stress.
Now, I understand you have an exclusive look at the hottest item on everyone's wish list this year.
That's absolutely right, Kevin. The console wars are back. With the release of Sony's new PlayStation 5 and the Xbox One Series X, they're both coming out at the perfect time for the holidays. They're also perfect for the new COVID shutdown or the impending Civil War, or in the most likely scenario, both.
You know, I've always been a PlayStation gal myself, but I'm told you've got your hands on the new Xbox Series X.
Oh, you bet, Kevin. Take a look at this bad boy.
Yeah, I don't want to be a stick in the mud, man, but that looks like an old Xbox 360. Like, didn't those come out in like 2005?
See, this is the brand new Xbox One Series X, and it's also going to come out in a smaller version, the Xbox Series S, not to be confused with the Xbox One Series X.
Well, it does seem like the naming's been a little confusing for Microsoft. Are you sure, like you're 100% sure that is not an Xbox 360?
Yeah, Kevin, I think I understand where some of your confusion's coming in. If you notice right here, that's actually the serial number. So if you think about it, I have the 360th Xbox Series X in the entire world. It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I don't think that's the new Xbox.
Kevin, I waited in line all night outside of a freezing cold Circuit City to get this thing. I'm pretty sure it's the new Xbox.
Okay, but Jesse, I haven't seen a Circuit City in over a decade. Like, I think they went bankrupt in like 2009?
Great question, KT. A lot of the things people are talking about is the specs and the size of this thing, but it's actually not that big. It looks about like this. There's these cords that come out of the back here that go into the TV and the wall. It comes with a controller. This little slot here is where you put the games. And I actually just found this out. It also plays DVDs, which is great news because now I have a place to play all my DVDs.
See, all the things you're talking about right now, they just feel super old to me.
Kevin, if this was old, would Circuit City have given me an exclusive sneak peek at NCAA Football 2009?
Okay, Jesse, it's becoming vividly clear to me that you have an old Xbox 360 and not the brand new Xbox.
Yeah, so Darren McFadden is gracing the cover this year, who you might remember, former Dallas Cowboy.
Okay, they haven't made that game since 2014. Like, how did you even get that?
Yeah, Darren McFadden ran for -2 yards for the Cowboys in 2017. -2. I ran for 0 yards in 2017 and got paid the exact same amount as Darren McFadden did to appear on the cover of this game.
How are you talking about him in both the past and the present?
You also might remember Darren McFadden got a DUI for falling asleep in a Whataburger drive-thru, which is weird because I thought in most places in Texas that legally qualified you to be the mayor.
Well, that's all the time we have. Thank you very much, Jesse.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Back to the top stories. As weird as it seems, we've got a crucial NFC East matchup on Thanksgiving Day with the Cowboys and the Washington football team. It's been announced that Kane Brown will be the halftime show act for the Cowboys on Thursday. This coming after their first option, Undertaker Green, refused to perform. Either way, performing at AT&T Stadium for the Thanksgiving Day game is a bold move considering that nobody will ever top this. There's nothing quite like Thanksgiving and the traditions it brings us because the only mediocre thing America loves more than turkey is Detroit Lions football. Turkey is the 8-and-8 of all foods. Don't be offended, turkey fans. Ask yourself, when's the last time you asked for turkey at a restaurant? Yeah, I thought so. We got you. You know, my good friend Mia Hamm once told me that soccer jokes come in threes. Well, guess what? Mia Hamm was right. Here it comes, a Major League Soccer joke series. FC Dallas won their playoff game against Portland over the weekend. Fun fact, FC Dallas plays their home game at Toyota Stadium, where I once drank a Smirnoff Ice with a cop before a Jimmy Buffett concert. Toyota Stadium, also the place where I once crowd surfed to 311 at Edgefest. Amber was the color of my energy. And drunk, I was drunk. Whoa. FC Dallas plays their home games at Toyota Stadium, the artist formerly known as Pizza Hut Park. And no one out-pizzas the Hut. And tough news for the Bengals. As the #1 pick in last year's draft, Joe Burrow was injured this weekend and is out for the season. And the news only gets worse for Cincinnati as they'll now have to turn to their backup quarterback, an actual Burrow. In other news, a contestant on the newly rebooted TBS show Wipeout tragically died after attempting the course last week. Finally, a game show to pair with the bitter taste of 2020. And now, to get rid of me, let's go to Dina Adi for work lunch with our special guest, Lizelle Laron.
Should I take this off? Not sponsored by Ozarka?
No, we can just fake it so people think that we are.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
That's fine.
Work lunch presented by Izzy.
And Ozarka. Only made from the best Texas spring. Actually a funny, interesting story how I started, because, and honestly, I'll start with Steve. You know, Steve was the original social media director. I was in school at Louisville and graduated, had to do an internship to even graduate, and I knew I kind of wanted to do social media at that point, so I knew to follow all the people on their personal Twitters and social media accounts. So I'd followed the Mavs already because I was a huge Mavs fan, and I think I tweeted the Mavs sometime during college. So I moved home and I knew Steve was the director of social, put in his profile and stuff. And I danced all throughout college. So when I moved home, I knew I could at least do some side gigs of teaching camps. So that's what I did. I taught drill team camps and was a camp instructor. And that's how I met Steve. It was so crazy. I could not have planned it. I didn't cold email him or anything. I literally walked up to him. He was somebody that was there watching the camp as a parent, and yeah, at the time his girlfriend at the time's oldest daughter was at the camp. So he was there. It was like his week of vacation. I like recognized him, and I literally was just like, I have to go up to him and introduce myself. So I did. And that's how it started, honestly. I literally was like, Mr. Shavera, like, can I get your email?
Mr. Shavera.
I literally called him Mr. Shavera, which is so funny because he was literally like, hello? Like, what? So that was in July. My first day in the office was in August, end of August, so literally a month later, and then I was full-time by November.
Did y'all get like a massive email? How did you know what was next for the Mavs?
So we were at the game. We got the like Twitter notifications, NBA's choosing to pause. We were still playing the game. They played out the game, and I kind of already knew like there's like COVID's like for real, like COVID's serious, like blah blah blah. Looking around the arena, I'm like, there's somebody in here with COVID. Like the odds of this disease and like all this stuff, I was like, yeah, this probably isn't that safe. But I was like, oh, okay, like optimistic. It's gonna only be like 2 weeks and then we'll be back. I remember going to the game, going into the office the next morning. There was like a team meeting, like a full office meeting, and they were like, all right, like everybody go home. We're working from home now, blah, 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 blah. Cool, yeah, going home. And then we were like, what's gonna happen next? Like it was still like a mass frenzy, like, okay, like, see you later. Have not like really been in the office since.
You lived so many lives in this one season.
Yes, so many. It was crazy. We went from covering basketball to not covering basketball, back to covering basketball, and like everything in between.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
COVID and racial injustice and all the stuff, because you know you work for an owner who is very vocal.
I would say we just have a really good communication of trying to like be in front of it, like, okay, hey, like who needs to sign off on this, who needs to approve this. Obviously we're not gonna just post something without the okay from our CEO and Mark, but
Right.
I think that's what's great about Mark is that he does have his own platform, and he was there in front of City Hall with a couple of the guys like during one of the rallies. It's just great to see Mark also be vocal and really like aspire and really like kind of instill that in us as well. And our CEO is the same. Sim is awesome when it comes to like really helping us understand. I remember there was one like full team call where people were just like had the open mic, and it was just so like eye-opening and awesome. And I remember like talking to coworkers, and they were like, I was crying, like it was just so great. Like it was crazy to go through that, but it was so great to see how far we've come to where that was like open and accepted. Like if you wanted to say something, like go for it. Like this is a family at the end of the day, like our whole like organization, and you never know what somebody that you see every day in the office had to have gone through, or like different experiences and things like that.
It's nice to see that Mark Cuban made the right call by adding her
Literally,
to the,
yeah. It's been awesome to like work under Sim. Right when that happened, she literally sat and talked to every employee. Like everybody was like super just burnt out and exhausted, and thought like, oh, this is the time to just like either throw people under the bus or whatever, just be like how awful it was. And she literally was just like, so who are you? Like, where are you from? And I was like, this is what we're talking about. Like
when things like that happen and there's a big change in leadership. Outside looking in, you could think, oh, that was just like a PR move to make them look better. But when she came on, did you feel like there was a real, like a page has turned?
Yeah, absolutely. Like when she came on, like it's interesting because I was part of the organization those first couple of years when a lot of the things I think were on the tail end of happening or going on, and then seeing how she kind of operated as a CEO, I was just like, is this how real like businesses work? Because this was my first job out of college. Yeah, it was my first job out of college. I had no idea. Bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, coming in. I was just like, okay, great, like blah blah blah. Like just wanted to grind, nose down, and keep working. And when she kind of came in, and there was so many changes from the top down, that's when I finally was like, oh, there weren't any women in leadership positions. She kind of just kept instilling that there needs to be women in leadership positions. There needs to be women of color, like just represented at the table. And I was just like, oh yeah, duh. Now we actually have
This is how business is
yeah, exactly. So I think that kind
Took
of
a woman to do it.
Yeah.
Y'all planned that with the understanding of it possibly not being his last game.
Right, exactly. I think that's what the 41-21-1 slogan like best embodied, because people like we teased it out there and we knew, like I would say we probably had like a month and a half where we were like, all right, this could be Dirk's last game, last home game, we've got to do it big. So boom, like when the marketing plan, like what do we do, how are we gonna tease it on social, like that was the first time I've really actually gotten to be a part of like a full well-oiled machine, like to an end product. 41-21-1 still embodied like a good representation of like, all right, if you wanted him to come back, like 41-21-1 still represented him and his number, 21 seasons with one team. But I would say one fun story that maybe most fans didn't know is that Dirk does not drink during the season. Like he's very like strict on his diet, like story of the plate that you see, like very strict about what he eats and when he eats and stuff like that. But on the road, his final season, he had a beer on the bus the last time he visited an arena. So that was really cool. Like the last time he was in Boston, the last time he was in New York, just every single away arena, it would be the last time. So like if we visited LA like 2 times, he would wait
be the
until
second time.
Yeah, the last time that I was like, that's super dope. That like it was like his little
Send-off.
cheers, like send off. Like I remember there were times like I would get post game scrum and stuff, and like see like the beer like box or whatever, and then like we knew that someone would hand like wasn't one of the training staff handed him a beer on the bus, but like we never talked about it or like anything, like no one ever acknowledged it. But I just think like looking back, I was like he totally like had his last beer at every arena, like yeah. So that was really dope. I was just like, oh my gosh, like how cool. Yeah. 21 years coming to an arena or whatever, you know. Some of the arenas have changed obviously, but I was just like, that's so dope that like he had a beer to like send it off.
What's happening, sports and such lovers? I am here, not here at my apartment, but you know the drill. Here at Texas Live, some people call it the Mecca of sports in the Metroplex, to talk to you, the people, about sports. Super excited to talk to all the people out here. Yeah. Ain't no people out here, is it? Damn, we really in the middle of a pandemic. All right, so here's the deal. We're largely stuck inside. Cowboy season has been admittedly not very good. So let's take streets and such inside for a little bit of Cowboys therapy. How's your 2020 been?
Okay. Well, it's been hard. I'll say that.
Sure.
It's been very hard.
I wouldn't wish this year on my worst enemy.
Wow, this condition seems to be really extreme. Okay. How do you feel about this Cowboy season, and how has this Cowboy season made you feel about yourself?
You know, I feel a little bit better about myself from this Cowboy season, but I'm just looking at this year as a learning lesson.
Like every quarterback in and out of your life, or it's like you don't have a father figure to look up to, and then
Sure.
I think there's ample amount of experience in the coaching staff, but for some reason there's not a good dynamic between them and some of the players, and we've been watching that happen. But they haven't given up. They haven't quit.
Do you have any thoughts on Twitter's recent new change to add fleets?
oh god, I don't even know where to begin with that.
Strong feelings.
I'm not going to use it. I don't understand the need for it.
Is that the thing up at the top?
It is indeed.
I don't understand. I think it's Instagram. I don't understand why are we doing something that Instagram already has? Like, I just want a clean feed on Twitter. So thumbs down.
And when was the last time you just had a good cry?
Probably like 2 days ago, honestly.
All right, just a couple more things real quick. When was the last time you had a good cry?
I'm not gonna lie. It was a few tears came out when I saw that ankle go the wrong way. And I guess when my kid fell off the house earlier, but that was...
Gotcha.
I don't know, I got over that.
All right, well, at least the good news... Wait a minute, why am I back at Texas Live? I should have just stayed at home. I could have done this at home. Besides the point. The good news is Thanksgiving's coming. Get to eat good food. Spend time with our people. Spending time with people is not good, right? We're not doing that no more. It's canceled, deaded. Okay, so, damn, 2020 stinks. More power to y'all. I'm Reginald Datatula. This has been Streets and Such. Or Zoom and Such. Or Video and Home and Such. Streets and Such.
All right, and now it's time for the game show portion of the season finale of Sports and Such.
The season finale?
Yeah, it's the season finale. Last one. This is where I kind of casually hang out in my apartment and I just let two popular rock star celebrities go toe-to-toe in what's usually a bloody death match. But Today, I'm really excited to announce that we've got a family affair happening, all right? Contestant number 1 is the co-host of the Ben and Skin Show on 97.1 The Eagle, the number 2 sports rock, talk, jazz, and news station in the Metroplex. He's also a co-founder of the Eastwood Music Group record label and an NBA analyst for the Dallas Mavericks TV broadcast.
And I think, like I said, the more we should have been ready for the big German.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Jeff Skin Wade.
Yes, awesome. Thank you very, very much, Kate. Oh, thank you, Desmond. You guys don't mind if I eat during this, do you?
I guess.
Okay. Sorry, I had a scheduling conflict.
He ordered catering for this game show. Very, very weird. His challenger today, a local prodigy who is now a rising Hollywood star, the lead actor, writer, director, producer, and much more for the movie Shithouse, which won the award for Best Narrative Feature at South by Southwest. You can see the movie in select theaters now and also on demand.
Can I tell you a secret? I have 0 friends. Like you could say my roommate is a friend.
Sam, we need to get up. I didn't do nothing. Dropped a deuce in our room.
But we hate each other.
It's the nephew of Jeff Skin Wade. Give it up for Cooper Rives.
Where's my sandwich guy, though? I don't have a sandwich guy.
You're
or
like
kid, rather.
You're way far away from here. Desmond can't show up with a sandwich.
What if he does, though?
That would be amazing.
I feel like one day Cooper will have a sandwich guy.
Yeah.
One day I will. One day I will.
Now today, guys, you're competing for a prize. Did you guys know that?
I didn't know that.
I didn't either. What do I get?
Today, the winner will receive a lot of milk. That's right. I don't know your address, Cooper, but if you win, I am flying you a full Holstein cow.
You're gonna fly it to me. Yes.
That sounds delicious.
Skin, if you win, I do know where you live, so I'll see you tonight. I'll just actually ride the cow up 75 and
cool.
Drop it off at your place. Maybe let your wife know that I'm bringing a cow over.
That sounds utterly awesome.
Oh, God.
Fun guy.
This show is off to a terrific start.
Cooper, question number 1.
Yeah.
You will just guess a number, okay? And I'll give you the higher or lower. How many regular season wins did the 2011 Dallas Mavericks have?
The 2011?
Yes, 2010, 2011.
Caron Butler got hurt, right?
Yes.
I want to say 64.
Lower.
Do I say the next one or does he keep going?
You go.
57.
See, I knew he.
Damn it.
That's right.
Is that exactly right?
That's right. It's kind of a. It's
so
unfair.
so wait. So it was 57, and did we tank at the end of the year?
I think it was the 4 seed that year, though, right?
I believe we were the 3 seed. Hey, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to put on my championship ring from that year right away.
Okay. What a jerk.
Yeah. If you guys don't mind, I'm gonna hold my mask up to my face.
The 2019 film Joker is a top 100 domestic grossing film of all time.
What?
Where does it rank on that top 100 list?
Well, it's number 1 on the most depressing. I'll go with 38.
Higher, and by higher I mean more than 38, not higher up the list.
I don't know what that means.
Like higher, like it's
higher than the number 38.
Yeah.
All right.
But lower on the list.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
I think that it was 52. I should have said 57. 52.
Higher, but lower on the list.
69.
Lower, but higher on the list.
I still don't know what any of that means.
43.
Higher, but lower on the list.
Oh God, I'm so confused. 98.
What is he saying? He is confused.
Lower, but higher on the list than 98.
Uh,
It's been narrowed down for you. He guessed 98.
So it's between 98 and 69?
No, don't tell him. Now he's confusing me a little bit, but I think 48.
You just said 48, right?
Higher, but lower on the list.
Oh shit.
This
All right.
doesn't make any sense.
No. I understand what you're saying, KT.
You speak KT? How do you speak KT? I work with him every day, and I don't understand what he's saying.
Higher but lower on the list. Higher but lower on the list. Okay.
This is an incredible sandwich.
40.
Okay, higher but lower on the list.
Higher but lower on the list.
You guys have both guessed outside the range that you narrowed it down to.
32.
Higher. The number's higher, but lower on the list.
What?
Now I feel like it's out of the 57.
Oh my God. Higher than 57.
Higher on the list, but lower on the list.
But lower on the list.
Yeah.
But higher than 57.
Whose list is it?
Box Office Mojo.
63.
Lower than 63.
Good, we got it. We're there.
61.
Higher than 61.
62!
It's 62!
I'm so good at this game!
Cooper, what year did ABC's Jimmy Kimmel Live premiere?
I feel like Jeff knows this right off the bat, so I have to get this right. Jimmy Kimmel Live, not any of his other shows.
Yes.
I don't know at all. 2012?
It was going to be before 2012.
2005.
Before 2005.
Oh!
2003.
Correct! Cooper's on the board! According to Celebrity Net Worth, what is LeBron James's net worth?
Oh, wow. Oh. Ho, ho, ho. Woo! I'm gonna say 425 million.
Higher.
Yeah. I'm gonna say 600 million.
Lower.
538 million.
Lower.
$510 million.
Lower.
499.
Lower.
495.
Lower.
90.
Lower.
I don't
What time,
know.
though?
Freaking first answer was 475.
Higher.
Oh, 480.
That's correct. 480 is correct.
Yes!
So now he wins.
Dude.
Well, he's leading 3-1.
If you're only asking 5 questions, he won.
Watch this.
Well, that's the funny thing, Cooper.
What?
Because when you get to the final question,
It's all.
for 3 points. We're playing for 3 points.
And I'm
Amazing.
playing to cover the spread.
Cooper,
Don't talk to him like that.
counting last week's with Dave Chappelle and the Foo Fighters.
Oh, wow. How many episodes?
How many episodes have aired on Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, I have no clue, but
Including reruns.
Not including reruns.
400.
It's higher than 400.
Yeah, so let's see. I'm gonna say 625.
It's higher than 625.
All right. There's been 25 seasons of it, right?
No, that gives it away.
Oh, no, wait, no, there hasn't. God, I'm crazy. There's been 45 seasons of it. My
Over
bad.
to Cooper, his skin's at 625.
They're
In honor of Saturday Night Live, I'll say what Chevy Chase said. I was told there'd be no math.
490.
Higher.
1,585.
Lower.
One 1,200.
Lower.
1,008.
Lower.
900.
Lower.
724.
Higher.
Oh! We got it.
892.
Oh, it's so tense. Higher.
Oh, 897.
Lower.
894.
Higher.
896.
Lower.
895.
Correct. Cooper got it. Cooper wins.
Oh, look at that dance. Wait, look how violent he is. Oh, look at those feet.
Cooper, I hope you've got room for a full Holstein cow that'll be delivered to you in the coming weeks.
My roommate and I are very excited.
everyone go watch the movie Shithouse. It's incredible. I've seen it multiple times, and it made me feel all of the times I watched it. I felt things on the inside.
You did. Yeah, you did.
It's really funny too. And of course, listen to Jeff Skinwade on the Ben and Skin Show, 2 to 5 p.m. on 97.1 The Eagle. Maybe you could check out the Dallas Mavs season when they return.
December 22nd. What's up? Let's go.
What?
Let's ball.
All right.
Let's ball.
And they're gonna let you do the TV thing again, huh?
They haven't told me.
Okay. And also other things.
That's so soon.
It's real soon, bro. It's all soon.
Thank you guys for your time. I love you very much. And
Thank you. Love you.
And I'll
Love
see
you,
you guys.
Coop.
I'll see you.
Like you strong, Kevin.
Cooper, I'll text you when the cow's there.
All right. Thank you, man.
All right, that concludes the first season of Sports and Such. I'd like to thank our executive producer and host of Work Lunch, Dina Adi. Also, the host of Streets and Such, Reginald Atatula. Also, thanks to our writers, Jesse Cubinet, Steve Shackelford, and Jonathan Dodd. Make sure to follow us on social media at Sports Such DFW and check us out on YouTube for past episodes and highlights. Everyone, please have a happy and most importantly, safe holidays and New Year. We're coming back for season 2, assuming the world hasn't ended by then. Until next time, I'm Kevin Turner, and I love you. Oh, this way?